What's up, guys? If you missed the earlier theatrics, let me just catch you up. Joe Biden snaps at a CNN reporter for questioning about confidence with Putin will change his behavior. So, is Putin going to change his behavior, guys? At this point, this is a dog and pony show. Everything that happened during this summit, during this G7, it is all just to wave and say hello. Check a box. I went there. We spoke. Moving on. Nothing is happening here. But what I find interesting is how Joe Biden continues to just disregard the press of America. He goes in and he literally says, well, they've told me who I'm supposed to be talking to today, so I'm just going to be calling on those reporters. Joe, who are they? Who are the people that are limiting you from talking to whoever the heck you need to talk to? All of the reporters there are qualified to ask you questions, yet your secret entourage are the ones who are determining who is going to be able to ask the questions to the president of the United States. Now, this one right here, he didn't like because the reporter was just talking to him about the obvious question, which is, how can we have confidence in Putin and Russia? And of course, Joe Biden didn't like that. And he round kicks her at the end and says, well, if you don't understand that, then you're in the wrong profession. But honestly, Joe Biden didn't understand that either. Anyways, guys, before we jump into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video. And let's listen to Joe Biden get a little angry when he's asked about confidence in his man, Putin.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident in changing behavior. What the hell? What do you do all the time?
So
when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks. He downplayed human rights abuses. He even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business.
It's a summit with China.
And there you go. If you don't understand your own question, you're in the wrong business. Joe, you don't understand what she just said. Okay, they downplayed human rights. They said they had nothing to do with cyber attacks. I mean, it's a very straight up question. What I don't understand is, why does Joe Biden give a little speech, give a little, he reads off his teleprompter, then he tries to walk away, but then he always comes back. He circles back and then he tries to answer questions to an amazing failure. But it just seems to be the way that he does business. He gives his little speech, he walks away, then he turns around. Guys, I don't get it. And the dog and pony show just continues. Reading from the Hill, President Biden on Wednesday snapped at a CNN reporter who pressed him on what makes him confident Russian President Vladimir Putin will change his behavior following the high-stakes summit between the two leaders. Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President? CNN's Caitlin Collins shouted at Biden as he left a briefing with reporters in Geneva following the bilateral meeting. I'm not confident. Biden turned around and shouted, what the hell? What do you do all the time? What kind of question is that? What do you do all the time? Okay, Joe. Biden walked toward the press pool, raising his finger in the air, and asked Collins, when did I say I was confident? What I said was, what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. Biden added he's not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact. Collins pressed the president again, saying Putin Putin has not changed his behavior in the past. She mentioned that the Russian president both denied any culpability related to recent cyber attacks believed to be carried out by cyber criminals in Russia and downplayed human rights abuses. How does that amount to a constructive meeting as president? Collins asked Biden. Biden, growing visibly frustrated, gestured towards Collins and said, "If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business." So CBS News tweets, Biden says he's not confident Putin and the Kremlin will change their behavior. But what will change their behavior is that the rest of the world reacts to them and diminishes their standing in their world. I'm not saying I'm confident in anything. Moments later, before boarding Air Force One, Biden apologized for losing his temper at Collins. "I apologize for having been short," Biden said before telling her reporters gathered outside the plane, you never ask positive questions. Collins said during a live report from Geneva minutes after the back and forth with Biden that her question was justified. I mean, it was a straight up question. How can you call this a constructive meeting when they're downplaying human rights issues? They're denying cyber attacks. They have no evidence that their decisions and their posture and everything that Putin is known for, he's not going to change any of that. How is that constructive? And then Joe Biden gets mad about that. You saw President Putin come out at the press conference and do essentially some of the things that he has been criticized for, Collins said. During his press conference, Biden outlined the overarching terms, the general tenor, and mood of his meeting with Putin, saying the two men discussed areas they have a common interest and what would happen, the president said, if Putin did not respect international norms regarding trade, cybercrime, and chemical weapons. "I did what I came to do," Biden told reporters at one point. Biden, as has been standard procedure during other official briefings with the press during his presidency, also called on a handful of reporters from a list of previously selected journalists. Several other journalists continued to shout questions as he walked away from Wednesday's briefing. So, as you guys see, Joe Biden is completely scripted from head to toe. He's not allowed, at least he's prepped and briefed to not take any questions from anybody else except who they say he could take questions from. And we don't even know who they are. Imagine that the president of the United States is being told who he can and cannot take questions from the media. Guys, this story right here is just, it's just Joe Biden. This is what Joe does. Joe gets mad. Joe walks away. Then he circles back. Then he answers questions and he falls on his face. And then he tells everybody, well, they tell me I'm not allowed to answer that question, so I'm not, but maybe I'll answer it after I get done with this speech. I'll come back and try to give my 2 cents about it and then just, trip over my own shoelaces. Anyways, guys, we all know Joe Biden is just a puppet. He is a puppet for some members of the radical left. He is a puppet for the concerning thing is we actually don't know exactly who, but we could speculate that it's some members of the left. But anyways, it's just status quo. This is status quo in the Biden administration. I'm going to leave that right there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video. As always, guys, I will see you good people on the next one. God bless. Peace.